We've seen him being a very, very active, responsible, sounds absolutely sensible, logical, I will put it that way, in his discussions on the public platforms, be it television, be it the social media. But let's not forget, he's also an actor of the Sandalwood industry, an activist also today, and there, as I told you, a very strong voice when it comes to all the important issues and issues in general. Let me welcome on the SoSouth podcast today, Chetan Ahimsa. Welcome, Chetan.
Thanks, Sarah. Thanks for having me, Sarah.
Thank you. Such a pleasure having you. I can't believe, first and foremost, this is my first interaction with you. I've been closely following you on the platform X. And I must say that it gives me great pleasure to sit and have an insightful and entertaining and an absolutely fun session with you today.
I'm excited.
Chetan, moving a little bit into the case that has caught the limelight of the Sandalwood industry, we would like to discuss a little bit, which is the Darshan case, right? And I will tell you what are my questions, just a question or two on it. Are stars impact the kind of movies that they do on celluloid? Does impact your masses? You gave us a beautiful example of the boy you met
in jail.
Prison, and you know how he said that he was maybe impacted, he got maybe influenced.
Influenced.
That's the right word.
That's the right word.
So in this case, do you feel that fans have reached a level, especially when it comes to, because we're talking about the Sandalwood film industry and fans of any actor, right? But in this case, Darshan's fans, somewhere or the other, they have failed to differentiate between the real and the real. You know that this is cinema, but this is life.
See, this is a good question. The one who is not differentiating between the real, the fiction and the fact, I would say is the star. See, the fans, the vast majority of Darshan fans, I would say, would condemn such action.
But they're supporting him.
It's a fringe element who are making these kind of claims. The vast majority will condemn. But the reason for these fans to be fans in the first place had nothing to do with Darshan's ideas or values or notions.
Yeah.
They were his fan because of the characters he played on screen. That is the reason why all the film fans are fans of their stars, because of the characters they play on screen. So they don't like him because of, or in spite of, or despite, or whatever his attitude on real life. They like him for the characters he plays on screen. So what I'm saying is that even tomorrow, if he comes out of jail or goes to jail or doesn't go to jail, he can have successful films.
He can?
Absolutely.
So you're trying to tell me that if I'm a Darshan fan, I have watched a movie, I don't know him in person, of course. I like him for the actor that he is. Whether it's violence, whether it's gore on the screen, whether it is about justifying murder, kidnapping, or maybe, raping a woman, or whatever it is.
On screen.
On screen. I'm talking about celluloid.
Okay,
the image that you have on celluloid.
Yeah.
And as a fan, I see it. Now, I am a fan because I know that this is entertainment for me. Whatever I'm watching is films. But and then suddenly I get hit by this news that my favorite actor is now facing allegations of murder, but I am not able to differentiate between a real and a real, and I still go out and say, no, he can't do this. These allegations are false. Now, that I'm talking about even if you call them fringe elements, there is a section currently in the media who's doing this for Darshan.
See, a small section of fans, maybe a section of fans, are definitely not agreeing to what the media is proclaiming and what is proclaimed as the allegations that are going on.
Are the films responsible is my question.
These people became fans because of the films.
Correct.
Are the films responsible for the fans not differentiating? Partly.
Partly.
But I would say, just like my role in Maina, as a compassionate, caring, loving guy, impacted my life as an actor.
Yeah.
Darshan's roles as a hyper-masculine, toxic masculine, larger-than-life guy on screen will affect his behavior on a day-to-day basis, where he thinks he could do the same thing and get away with it.
Which are the allegations which have also been spoken widely by the media.
Yes.
His image and his status has grown to a level of notoriety where people say, let's not forget, we know some real life cases, right from the drunken brawls to talking about, his personal domestic violence issue, whatever it may be.
2011.
Yeah.
The horrific battering of his wife that he did. He went to jail for 28 days.
Yeah.
He came out subsequently.
Yeah.
He apologized. I thought the apology was sincere.
Yeah.
He hasn't lived by that by any ways.
Yeah.
But he apologized. Then he had a movie called Sarathi.
Sarathi.
It became an extraordinary blockbuster hit.
Okay.
His career exploded.
Was it a good plot?
It was Lion King made into
okay.
Kind of a Kannadaized Lion King story.
Yeah.
Now, like you said,
yeah.
Was it a good plot?
Yeah.
If the film is good enough, it doesn't really matter to the fans who don't like him for his real life anyways.
You sure? If
I don't believe that film heroes are valued for their ideas. They're not valued for their personality. They're not valued for their vision for society.
But don't we have a certain
They're
fan
also
following?
not condemned.
Right.
By society, they're condemned.
Right.
But you don't need society to watch your film. You just need your fans to watch the film.
But here we're talking about a very loyal fan base. Say, for example, somebody has seen a movie of Chetan. They really like the way Chetan looked in that movie, right from what he wore to what his hairstyle was to what his bearded look was. And then the fans decide, we are going to recreate this look. In the sense, we're going to take the same look, don it in real life and roam around because I'm a Chetan fan.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is a similar analogy I'm placing in Darshan's case. Where, again, coming back to the example of the prison, where the 23-year-old said, I saw your love story and I got married.
Yeah.
Right? And I saw probably another movie and I murdered.
Yeah.
Now that's what I'm saying. In the Darshan case, can we really rule out that the kind of celluloid image that Darshan's created via his movies, which have imprinted in his personal life, like you said, power driven. You know, he's earned this status of notoriety. He's justified all that he's done in his personal life, whether it's to do with his partner or whether it's to do with drunken brawls in Mysuru and Bangalore, where he's had several cases of drinking and beating up people, as we've heard as per media reports.
Yeah.
Don't you think that celluloid somewhere or the other has impacted this man to become the media proclaimed beast that he is?
See, you're asking a couple questions simultaneously. Number one, intertwined.
Yeah.
Number one, do I believe those roles impact the audiences?
Absolutely, yeah.
Do I believe those roles impact the people who are playing those roles?
Yes.
Absolutely. Do I believe it is society as a whole?
Yeah.
Our obsession with film stars, our obsessions with violence culture, our obsession with toxic masculinity that we can see in Pendrive, Neha Hiremat, we see in Ruxana, we see in Anjali, we see in so many of these issues and different ways of toxic masculinity impacting, creating such a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first post I put up in this case is I said, for 100 years we have created the star culture unjustifiably for these lead protagonists. Yeah. If these real life villains exist, it is the construct of our society as a whole and not just an individual problem.
For me, yeah.
You know, so it is society as a whole that is building that, but there are multiple factors going on.
Absolutely.
And like I said, I don't believe you can ban Darshan.
You can't.
I don't believe, see, some people have said, if you can ban Nikita, you can ban Darshan. Okay. I say, you shouldn't have banned Nikita and you can't ban anybody. You can't ban Darshan no matter how ethically justified a ban would be. You can't ban him, implement a ban because it goes against freedom, which is somebody wants to invest money. Right. And he's like, I can make 5-10 crores off of Darshan. Right. Who the hell are you to tell me what I want to do with my money? Right. You know, so he has a freedom, like Constitution's preamble says freedom.
Absolutely, he does.
So he will do that or she will do that. Yeah. But what you can't say is I don't know if Darshan's career is over. I do know that he will have a lifelong black mark, which he's already had for the past 10 years,
he's
13,
had it
15,
for like so
past
many
15
years.
years. Yeah. And the only way he could go from here is a rehabilitative kind of self-questioning.
Will that still take away the sheen from his movies, D-Boss movies? Do you think after, irrespective of whatever the judgment in the case turns out to be, do you think that's at all going to deter people from going for the first day, first show to watch his movies?
I don't think it will that much. And I don't think we should expect it to do that either. See, why I say that is because since the audience don't like him for his values, they're not going to necessarily care that he has done this. They're going to say, I want to see a good movie with action, plot, villain, hero, good-looking girl, song, story. So they're going to go for that.
Okay.
So in that way, it's a very capitalist, hyper-capitalist industry. It's not about who you are. You could have these kind of black marks, or you could have radical activist ideas. If you make a good movie, people will watch.
We'll watch it.
You know?
We can't deny that.
So we can.
Right?
All I'm saying is that if Darshan gets a good opportunity, people will slowly forget. And if he rehabilitates himself and gets a good opportunity, he might have more successes. But I don't believe the film industry needs superstars. The film industry needs art and content and good writers. So a superstar, we lost a superstar in Puneet Rajkumar, was a good friend of mine. Was a role model guy, who had no arrogance, who bound the film industry together, did quality films. We lost him, but the industry will go on. Similarly, Darshan will have his ups and downs. A Darshan in the industry or not, the film industry will go on.
Will go on.
How do we make more successful, financially successfully percentage average? How do we increase that average success ratio should be the goal, rather than how do we glorify our stars more and have them sit on our head and do more star-centric cinema.
Right.
You know?
My final question in the Darshan case, do you think somewhere in the industry, political backing to an actor, if does not exist very, very openly out there, is still there? Because I'll tell you why I'm asking you this question. Now, you might not have actors come out in the open and talk about their political affiliations, but certainly they are deployed during election campaigns to support a certain candidate, or they are put in certain constituency, maybe because the caste equations go hand in hand with the people who will come out and vote for a certain candidate. And because of this factor, do you think that the political backing that actors may be secretly getting or maybe openly getting stands to play a role why they're also shielded sometimes and get away when it comes to the law and order?
The elites in any society, democratic society, if you look at elites, especially in our Indian society, are a connected clique. So you look at a character like Darshan or even Rajkumar family, whoever you want to talk about, they have connections with all political party members. They have connection with a lot of the elites. They'll have people who go to any extent to protect them, and vice versa. This is something that is connected in a kind of in a society that is built on inequality. The elites, the ruling elites, the privileged elites, scratch each other's back.
We had Yash campaign, we had Sudeep campaign.
See,
we had all of them campaign.
They all campaign not on the basis of ideology. They basis on like, he's my friend or she's my friend, or Sumalatha, she's my mother. Sumalatha still has not spoken.
No underlying political connection, or like you said, they scratch each other's back. That's
they scratch each other's back. They scratch each other's back. Everybody is interlinked. If you look at the film industry, why it's so difficult for people to come out and talk, especially film stars, it's a small industry. You're talking about 25,000 people max in the film industry. Everybody knows everybody. See,
true.
I know everybody who I question also, but I don't question them on a personal level. I have no personal grudge against anybody. But I question them on their ideological inclinations and their vision for society. And I will take up activism accordingly. And if they have a problem with me, I will be okay if they take up activism against my thoughts and speak against me. But like, since everybody knows each other, they don't want to go against their friend, the person who comes to dinner or they go to house with. They won't go against it. There's a friendship, there's a clique, there's a network, and these are the elites and the ruling elites of society. So I would even say the political interest of the film industry is not just only interconnected, even in politics, even different political parties, they don't go against each other. They're all interconnected on different levels. They have land dealings. If you look at like 5-star hotels, they're all chilling there in the jacuzzi together. Different political parties are chilling, they're just talking. So it's like, this is a ruling class culture. This is not an ideological difference. So film industry, rich, extremely rich, well connected, influential, famous celebrities like Darshan has connections all across the place. He will get protection from all rungs, and they will also stay mum, or influence it for his favor when push comes to shove like this. And that's a reality. We hope that the police and the powers that be uphold the transparency of this investigation.
We're going to wrap up the personal section really quick, but before that, one question. Is the Sandalwood industry maintaining a stoic silence in the case? We've had only Divya Spandana come out very openly. We've had you speak about it. Who else? Chetan, no, we don't see anybody else in the hindsight.
No, there's some people who are slowly speaking, but it's definitely a small number and it's growing. But at the same time, there's some safe play going on.
Right.
There's some pivotal people who haven't spoken.
Yeah.
There's some people who are like speaking kind of absurdities.
Okay.
And so, but
they are speaking, you're saying.
But to understand what is someone's head, they have to speak.
They have to speak.
And even if you want to say, for example, I put up a post 2 days ago. I said, Sumalatha, who used Darshan's star power for her electoral benefit in 2019, is staying mum on somebody she calls her elder son.
Yeah.
Now, they're like, what do you want her to speak? I want her to get up there and say, I can't support Darshan because people will be opposed. I can't oppose Darshan because he's like my son and he's a star and his fans will follow. So that's why I want to stay mum.
Right.
Let her say the truth. But she should speak.
Yeah.
So we need more people to speak. We need more people to speak thoughtfully, articulately, and courageously. Of course, there's a culture of fear. There's also a culture of ignorance, and there's a lack of insight in the film industry. The people who come into the film industry are not people who want to take stands.
You told me that.
Yeah, they want to be celebrities.
They want
to make money.
Yeah.
They want to rub shoulders with the elites.
They want to do that safely.
They want to They want to rub shoulders with the elites. They want to go to star functions and live in high-fi. If you didn't have that interest, you wouldn't join the film industry.
Absolutely.
And if you join the film industry and don't have that interest, then you're some wacky guy like me, and it's just
I was just going to say that, but how come we have Chetan very well balancing both the worlds?
I'm not balancing both the worlds. I'm much more of an activist than a film. Much more of an activist than an artist.
Okay.
But at the same time, I am open to doing good films. But I came to India to do social benefit, to give back to society, to use art not as a financial medium like film, not as an entertainment medium, as a transformative medium. Impactful.
Super.
So that's what we're doing.